No taxation without allocation. The toolkit is broken. The solution is not about centralization or the reinvention of a priest caste. It's not about demechanization or a middle class that rides out of the dawn to save us on white chargers armed with clipboards and Bics and backed by a battery of heavy filing cabinets. It's not about rehashing ancient debates about how to shift the deck chairs every 4 years to better mandate our misrepresentatives on false prospectuses named nostalgically manifestos. The will of the people defenestrated the moment those misrepresenting perjurers take their seats. It's not about invisible hands or handouts or charity band-aids or sipping trickle down from dammed up readouts or exploitation. It's about the mechanisms of wealth allocation as well as wealth creation. But it's not about claiming there's a benefit to poverty or looking for bottom fishing equality from bureaucratic monopolies or a misguided faith that a multitude of misapprehended self-interests will keep us safe from the cliffs of our Armageddon myths. That there's a perfection in price, that the tender dance of supply and demand will forever be in time. You'll find that lovers fall out. The evolution of an ideology. It seems that some small sample sizes, short time frames, and incomparable, incomplete data sets swap DNA, that's to say, had sex with some abstract concepts about the discipline, long-term perception, and self-knowledge of this particular primate. Incubated in the hubris of the end of history, the resultant virulent virus first escaped from the region of the US Great Lakes. Isolated outbreaks infected polemics from academics, till economics was riddled with a mimetic epidemic that migrated to politics and popular scholarship to become a pathogenic, epistemic pandemic. Endemic among a group-thinking global elite, the symptoms, an astronomic misperception that markets can be free and that they are equilibrium systems. I think we can see that markets are chaotic. In the demotic, even the idiotic can make a profit if all it takes is watching the clock tick. When the money is free and we're underwriting the losses, the king of statistics declares himself shocked that the will of the shareholders does not manifest in the commercial collective. That the bodied corporate has an incoherent perspective of its own self-interest, using the bottom rung of the ladder to build more room at the top. They thought it was a straight path up the hill till the flip-flop and the credit flip, and they found out they were walking on a riverbed. Steady states are great at seeking things up. Change the parameters, and the fortune tellers are undressed as amulet. The revolution is now. It is about ecosystems of innovation, and it is about networks of distributed collaboration. It is about information as the primary commodity and communications the enabling key. It is about a new mode of production. And they can store all our phone calls, emails, and DNA, but the pretense is it takes 6 months to publish their expenses. It is about a new architecture of power. And they'll say now times are tight, the state is forced into outsourcing the civil service. But why take such a hapless course when ways exist to open source the entire edifice? It is about progressing collective right without solidarity, they'll take individuals by time. And I'm thinking, if you can buy to let Man United and EMI, then why didn't my MP do that for me? What is the cost of equity? It is about new forms of ownership. And if the West can spend $2 trillion on banks to keep champagne flutes full and kill foreign civilians with tanks to get petrol, then are we directing our resources the way the sum of society's choices would choose if with all of our foresight we apportioned our forces and all of our voices were valued? Clearly there is work to do. There are new battle lines in the old confrontation, toolkit, redesign, now we can move information. There can be no relaxation on the ramifications I'm calling no taxation without rights over allocation.